to Daily Hope. I'm Joan Stevenson, Director of Children's Ministry. What do you look forward to? What are you eager for? I bet your kids are eager for an Easter egg hunt and candy and lots of family and friends. And I wonder what you're eager for. What do you do when what you're waiting for doesn't quite turn out the way you expected? Can you imagine what it must have been like to be a follower of Jesus this time, 2,000 plus years ago? Having lived this full week of the triumphal entry, the Last Supper, and this downward spiral of the betrayal of Jesus, the trial and crucifixion of Jesus. And here you are, the day after the crucifixion, wondering what's going to happen. In Luke 23, verses 48 through 56, we find that the crowds who had come to watch this kind of spectacle of Jesus dying on the cross, that they had turned to grief, and that those who knew Jesus well kept vigil. They were waiting. They didn't know what to expect. And then there was Joseph. Joseph was of Arimathea. He was a member of the Jewish High Council that had condemned Jesus to death. But the Bible records that he was a man of good character. He hadn't gone along with the plans of the council. And it says in Luke 23:51 that he was waiting for the kingdom of God. Or as another translation says, he lived in eager expectation for the kingdom of God, the alert expectation. This alert expectation led him to do something kind of crazy. He went to Pilate and asked for Jesus' body to be given a proper burial in his own tomb. What does it mean to live in alert expectation of the kingdom of God? We found this in Simeon, who was waiting in the temple as baby Jesus was presented at the temple, because he had been waiting for the consolation of Israel. What we look forward to, what we wait for, what we are hoping for says a lot about where our priorities are and what is important to us. We all look forward to things. Maybe we're looking forward to school going back to normal or COVID being over. Maybe we're looking forward to seeing a loved one we haven't seen for a long time. Time after time after time, we as followers of God are encouraged to wait for God, to trust in him, to wait eagerly and expectantly and patiently for him. Waiting is hard. We don't live in that same tension that the followers of Jesus do. We have other things we wait for. But those followers of Jesus were living in this tension that Good Friday had happened, and they had no idea that the resurrection was coming. And Joseph didn't either. In fact, Joseph would have been probably canceled by most of us or unfriended or blocked because he was part of the other group that had voted wrong and didn't think the way we thought and didn't say the things we thought. But certainly we learn from Joseph that not everybody who is part of the other is like our stereotype of the other. Joseph was a man of good character. He hadn't gone along with the ruling of the council, and he waited eagerly for the consolation of Israel. He was waiting for the kingdom of God. And that thing that he longed for caused him to do something that nobody else did, which is ask for the burial of Jesus. You know, Joseph was able to live in the tension of the day-to-day, here and now, and the not yet. He lived in that tension knowing that things were happening in his day that he might not understand, but all of that was in light of the thing that hadn't yet happened, which was the kingdom of God. And don't we find ourselves in a similar tension? We don't know what is yet to come. We don't know what will happen with COVID. We don't know what happened with school. We don't know what's going to happen politically or financially or relationally. But we do know that we can put our hope in God, that we can wait eagerly and expectantly for the kingdom of God, and that we can boldly do the things that God leads us to do, just as Joseph did. Friends, tomorrow we have an opportunity to gather together to celebrate Easter. We have an online service at northcoastcalvary.org that you can watch. Or if you would like to join us in person, we would love to have you with us at 7:30 for the sunrise service on campus outside, the 9 o'clock service outside, or the 11 o'clock service or the 6 p.m. service that are both inside. We would love to have you join us either online or in person. Happy Easter.